When South Omaha was incorporated in 1886, it was home to many immigrants, especially Czechs and Poles. As the population grew, immigrants from other areas began to arrive. The city of meatpackers with varied ethnicities and religions has evolved over time. Home to many churches of all denominations, South Omaha has a strong Mexican Catholic population today. Our Lady of Guadalupe is central to the community. This is their story.
It probably goes back to the very beginning, because the novena is for the Feast of Our Lady Guadalupe, and it celebrates Mary, the Mother of God's appearance to Juan Diego, because that really was the beginning of Christianity taking root in the nation of Mexico.
Our Lady of Guadalupe is specifically important to Mexicans because she appeared to Juan Diego, an Indian from the Americas, and the event details her reaching out to the poor.
My mother was very devoted to Our Lady of Guadalupe. Okay. And I carry that image on my phone in her honor. It was part of our life. You know, churches were always part of a community's life.
In this parish here, I feel most welcome, you know, because it's my people.
The church has always historically kind of been the center around which a community is built. It really is, like somebody said earlier, the beacon of a community.
We were involved with the parish quite heavily, like everybody, you know. But it was a very tight group because it was such a small community.
The Mexican community grew quickly during the second half of the 20th century in South Omaha, with only 50 families in 1910 to over 30,000 by 1997.
I came to the parish in 1990, and at the time there was this wave of immigrants that had just started coming in from Mexico, so there were not large numbers. There was one Spanish Mass. For the immigrants, when they came here and knew nobody else, the church was a place that they could go and be welcomed. We probably went from a small parish of maybe 300 to 400 families when I arrived to maybe 2,500 families when I left.
The growing Mexican population was not readily accepted into the predominant European community of South Omaha or the American Catholic Church.
It was difficult because I spoke no English. They didn't have programs like ESL today. Unfortunately, I had a teacher who was not happy about my presence in the class. I was something of a problem for her.
Parishioners of Our Lady of Guadalupe were essential to the creation of English as a second language programs in Omaha public schools. This would not be the only influence of the church in the realm of advocacy for the Mexican people.
Also, at least during my days here, a place that advocated on their behalf. So even though they could not speak the language, we could speak for them. For forming the community to begin with, for carrying on the legacy of the Mexican traditions, for advocating on behalf of the community. I think the parish has a very proud tradition.
Our Lady of Guadalupe is a significant component of the Mexican Catholic identity in South Omaha.
The parish can be proud of is in its working toward passing on the traditions from one generation to the next. So preserving that core of family.
Be proud of where you're from and who you are. And pay attention to what's going on around you. And at some point in your future, all you'll have will be the memory.